What's up everyone, it's Ojh&x and we're back at it again, and in this video I'm going to share with you an Alliance Tirion deck that you are going to be able to use to just walk through this week's Dire Maul Dungeon. Whether you want to get your deck to full gold or whether you're pushing red level difficulty, this deck is going to get you there easily. We are average level 24.6, this is a level 27 Dire Maul, average cost of 3.1. Let's look at the deck. So we've got Tirion as the leader, then our two Alliance slots are taken up with the Griffin Rider and the Huntress, and we've got the Sneaky Huntress, the Invisible Huntress on there. I think that talent on this run just works better so she can get the first shot in. We've got the Quillboar in there for our unbound tanking. On this one we're using Bristleback, but I think, to be honest, I've rotated my talents on the Quillboar. I don't think it's made a massive difference. Quillboar is just an amazing mini to have. We have got the new Fairy Dragon in there, only at level 23 in this level 27. Fairy Dragon is in there purely just because it's the newest mini and we're going to give it a go. And we're using the invisibility talent on the Fairy Dragon. Now, I know a lot of people will say that the best talent for the Fairy Dragon is the Fey Blessing. However, I think in Dire Maul there is a lot more physical damage where Armoured is going to help you, which Tirion is. Fey Blessing granting resistant, and there are not loads of sources of elemental damage in this, and I think because Fairy Dragon is quite weak that the invisibility will help her to be able to get at least one shot off where otherwise can be a little bit fragile. We've got Execute in there with the Bloodlust talent. Execute is absolutely amazing on the first boss, on the first minis. Get them down to about 50% health, they start fighting each other. So at level 24 that is enough for this level 27. And finally, one of our main damage dealers, the Pyromancer with the Pyroblast talent, just hits like an absolute truck. That's the deck. The relics that we get then, firstly the Howling Warband, so on death minis grant Bloodlust to nearby allies. Secondly, we've got the Gauntlets of Determination, so your leader gains 1 level every time that they are deployed. And finally, we've got Band of the Protector, so tank minis cost 1 less gold, but no less than 1. That's the deck. You will smash through this week's Dire Maul Dungeon with this deck. Let's get straight into the run. Right, first boss then, Stomper Krieg. So the aim of the game, obviously, is to get the chest on the right, but if you've got Pyromancer with the Pyroblast talent, I think it's 1, maybe 2 shots will turn those grunts to be fighting each other. Quillboars come down there, hold off on your Execute, see if anything more gets dropped. It did. There was 2 Mountaineers on the right. We executed all of them by not being too keen, and hopefully Tirion can come in and clean up these sneaky bandits to get us the 2 gold, which we get. And now our Huntress coming in to support. Unfortunately, some grunts came down. If we can get them to 50%, they'll start attacking each other, and then hopefully with the ricochet of the Huntress's glaive, see, that might have worked out for us, but that ghoul coming down was a bit of a nightmare. So Pyromancer's just about taken out both of the 2 Ogre Mages on the right, and we had to let the Ogre Mage on the left lock onto our tower, otherwise it would have just melted our Griffin Rider. And there's a few occasions in this one where we do soak some damage. We'll let an Ogre Mage lock onto our tower solely so that we can attack it, we can kill it, and then we've got our mini alive for counter push. So that was probably the worst Execute in the world. Let's not talk any more about that. Similar position here where we need to let this Mage lock on so that we can keep our Pyromancer alive for some counter push. Tirion and Huntress on the right are going to do the job, getting that siege tower down, which is kind of phase 1 of this. Quillboar coming in to distract the Huntress on the left. Pyromancer smacking away and takes out the Kobold as well. And we seem to pretty much have got the siege tower on the right established. Huntress going to come round and take out that Mountaineer for us. Good, so that's done. So it has taken us a bit longer than we wanted, and we've had to let another Ogre Mage lock on, but it's okay. We're playing a Fairy Dragon for the first time in the back, so we're going to generate a little bit of gold and can have a push coming up that left hand side, because what we want to do is we want to take the siege tower on the right, get the siege tower on the left, and then we'll have access to all of the both of the gold chests and the gold mine. I was a bit slow in getting my Quillboar down there, so unfortunately the Fairy Dragon unstealthed itself before the tower could lock on. So as you'll see, I've made quite a few mistakes in this one, and we have taken some damage early on, but the double Tirion Huntress push on the right is doing well for us. We've got plenty of the gold chests. The kobold is mining away for us there. And we've played a Quillball to distract Stomper Creed again. So the Pyromancer and the Griffin Rider are still getting loads of damage in, and we've gone from having done no damage to Stomper Creed to basically having got this 1-1. Tirion with Huntress behind is going to be one of your MVP pushes, and with a comfortable 30 seconds to go, that is the end of Stomper Creed. Boss number 2, Imolthar. This one can get a little bit messy because of the exploding eyes every time that you play one of your minis, or because you fall behind in the economy wall because a lot of the gold and stuff is biased to the AI. So what you need to be doing on this one, if I just scratch my nose, is you need to be playing your minis like in positions where they will walk forwards, because if they stand still, that purple swirly will explode and it will take out your minis. God, I've got a right itchy nose. Anyway, so we are going to do our best to take this tower on the right. We don't always go for the tower on the right. Sometimes we just go for the meeting stone on the left. But if you do take this tower on the right, the benefit is it gives you access to pretty much all of the gold. And then you've got the meeting stones and the siege tower where you can push on from. But what I was saying earlier was you need to kind of play your minis on this one early and expect where they're going to walk to, because if they do stand still, then they'll explode. But the big swirlies can help you as well, because those swirlies will take out or do enemy damage to enemies as well. So it's not all bad news. So we've got well, a decent push on the right being tanked by Tirion, and we've got a Pyromancer and a Huntress chipping away. Fairy Dragon just making her way there. We're going to execute to Bloodlust the Tirion. Quillball coming down to distract, and we're getting some good damage there with only a minute and a half in. Let's have a look what we're going to do. So we're going to play our Pyromancer kind of deep, sort of near our siege tower, so the siege tower can help with that exploding swirly and not take out our Pyromancer immediately, because I do tend to have a lot of minis on this one that I end up accidentally sacrificing. We played that kobold on the left there. One or two reasons: either we would get the gold, which is great, or we would distract the Banshee. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Fairy Dragon coming down at the bottom there, who will be able to get rid of the invisible bandits, although we're not going to see that because I'm too busy trying to get this one finished off. So there is the Fairy Dragon chipping away, and Fairy Dragon, even at level 23, will survive one of those exploding eyes. That's 4 levels below. We are going to lose a Tirion there. That was an incredible bandit by the AI. Not worried about that Huntress really on the left, because at this stage of the fight we are in kind of unbound territory. So if we can get any sort of push going from the right siege tower, be that Huntress or Pyromancer, or if we just go for an unbound Quillball plus execute, really we've got this one in the bag. Pyromancer's going to smack, and as you can see, I've played my Pyromancer. Because my Pyromancer has stood there, that eye has burst and has melted that, and actually a Griffin Rider plus a Quillball plus an execute. Imolthar, see you later, 30 seconds to go. All in all, not too bad at all. Right then, final boss, King Ojh&x. This is going to be done in 4 main stages. The first one is defending this first push here. So you've got the 2 grunts, and then you've got the 2 sneaky bandits. Fairy Dragon can take out them sneaky bandits before they are out of their invisibility, which is really, really good. And we're going to have a Quillball come down to tank the tower so Fairy Dragon doesn't die immediately. So phase 1 is defend the initial push and take this central siege tower. Phase 2 is to push around to the right, take the Ogre Mage. Phase 3 is to go left and take the big ogre dude on the left, and then phase 4 is to have everything collecting on King Ojh&x and just taking it from there really. So from the very beginning then, if you have got a kobold in hand, you can play a kobold out to the right, because there's 2 gold waiting on that gold mine there. Quillball was a little bit slow to come down, so everything kind of got slowed and slept and all the rest of it, but I want to take this as quickly as possible, so I've executed everything there. The Huntress's ricochet is going to take out the Ogre Mage round the back, and we are laughing. And earlier when I said Ogre Mage, what I meant was the female mage boss. So if you've got a kobold in hand immediately, send it right. There's 2 gold waiting there, and then send it left because you'll be able to get that. So phase 1 done, Central Siege Tower. Phase 2 done is with the mage on the right. Phase 3 is going to be the big ogre dude on the left. We've got a big push which has survived on the right because Tirion has been doing a good job of healing everything. I'm confident of the push on the left, and what we're going to try and do here is one of 2 things. Either pull King Gordok away from the healer mage behind, so he's outranged and won't be getting the healing, or option 2, how I tend to do it, is drop some unbounds and executes on the healer mage, because as soon as that guy is down, this fight becomes much easier. And we've got all sorts going on here. I'm not counting that. We've got about 3 Huntresses down. We've got about 3 Tyrions down. We've got a couple of Pyromancers. And that's that. So we are making light work of the Mage. And we're making light work of Gordok. He just got 1 final healing. But with both the mini-bosses smacking away with over a minute to go. That is how we do that. So a final look at the deck then. This deck is so strong. You are definitely going to get yourself to full gold with this one. You are absolutely going to be able to push red level difficulty dungeons. We were offered lifesteal in this towards the end, which we didn't take because the power of this deck is absolutely fine. Even with the level 23 fairy dragon in there, no problems whatsoever. If this deck helps you out and if you found this video useful, get in the comments and give it a thumbs up. And for more content like this, please get yourself subscribed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.